I want to follow up on those comments about R.J. Schreider's picture of the missionary speaking to the people in a little village, and the notion of the interested party that we always are when we hear the word, when we engage in liturgical prayer. Annie Dillard is a writer of some note who's been quoted often in liturgical books. And I'm going to read that quotation because it's so good, and I want to make a comment about it that I hope follows from what we did before. She says, "On the whole, I do not find Christians outside of the catacombs sufficiently sensible of conditions. Does anyone have the foggiest idea what sort of power we blithely invoke? Or, as I suspect, does no one believe a word of it? The churches are children playing on the floor with their chemistry sets, mixing up a batch of TNT to kill a Sunday morning. It is madness to wear ladies' straw hats and velvet hats to church. We should all be wearing crash helmets. Ushers should issue life preservers and signal flares. They should lash us to our pews, for the sleeping God may wake someday and take offense. Or the waking God may draw us out where we can never return." Now, that's a dramatic piece. And it's been used often to say, to continue the litany of, we don't get it, we don't know what we're doing, if we really knew that we are in God's presence, if we really knew what we are receiving in communion, if we really knew, and so on. I'm going to make a proposal of counterintuitive proportions. I think we get it. And I think her observation shows that we get it. It's not that we're dull to the mystery we celebrate. It's that, like Schreider's villagers, we're defending our identities by dulling ourselves to the edginess of the mystery. How can our liturgies live up to all these expectations of, explosive stuff and people being changed and all that? When we sit there like this and our guards up and we're saying this better get over with soon and whatnot. What I'd suggest is the way our liturgies function now show that what we do is domesticate the divine mystery, to hold it at bay because it's way too much for us. At some level, we get that God's mystery is way too much, so let's domesticate it and numb ourselves so that nothing gets through. That's the concern, I think, that many of us have, is self-protection. So, what would it mean for an adult who not only comes to know and admit that he or she is interested in protecting identity and turf, shall we say, but also interested in holding off, either actively or by numbing passively, holding off and domesticating the great power that is that we celebrate. So I'm suggesting that our symbols work because they manifest that human activity in the face of the divine invitation to such profound self-offering that was seen in Christ. So, there's a little something to think about. Thank you very much for checking this out.